Oh,
I
I don't
put,
have that one. All right,
okay,
go ahead.
Elodie, you're up.
Okay, so there is a boy uh, who was lost in the center of Iowa. And unfortunately, he was with his
Yeah, it says fortunately.
oh, fortunately, he was with his bear, Freddie, his polar bear, Freddie. Uh, both were dying with hunger. And suddenly they saw a restaurant that was called the Big Surprise, and both of them entered it. Penny asked for a glass of water, and the waitress did not bring water. Tinoke is what is
Not rather.
but rather she brought him a glass of lemon juice. Penny thought that she did this because she wanted a big tip. No, is it the tip?
Cobrar is charge.
Yeah, she wanted to charge a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Freddie, he didn't ask anything because he did not bring his money.
Yeah. Avias had not brought.
He had not brought. Okay. I am Blaine, and something similar happened to me. I was alone in the center of Wyoming when I saw a restaurant. I decided to enter, and the restaurant was called the Super Great Big Surprise. I suspected something. I decided to ask for a Coke Zero, and I asked I asked a mini Coke Zero. They didn't, or she didn't bring it to me, but rather she brought a gallon of Coke Zero. I had suspected that, or I had suspected something like that. Now I understand why they give surprises. They want to charge the clients a lot of money. Taylor was lost in the center of San Francisco when she saw a restaurant called the Super Duper Enormous Big Surprise. She asked a pizza with bananas, and they did not bring that to her, but rather they brought
Should be un. Un sounds better than the.
okay. Sorry, when is that? Sorry, I missed that.
Sino que le trajo un gran elefante muerto sounds better than el. That big elephant, dead elephant doesn't sound very
so
good.
big dead elephant. She was not happy. I don't understand the nada. It's kind of like reaffirming she was not.
Yeah, we would say she wasn't happy at all.
Oh, at all. Oh, all right, thank you. Because the elephant is not her favorite animal.
Yeah. Muy interesante.
Sí.
Ok, tenemos una situación muy interesante. Penny. Are you guys seeing this, Penny? Okay. Penny estaba perdido en el medio de Iowa y tenía una situación muy interesante porque, pero no estaba solo, ¿por qué?
Había tu oso polar.
Sí, estaba con Freddie, su oso polar. pero no había comido por mucho tiempo y pobre Penny tenía mucha hambre, quería comer y de repente vio un restaurante en la distancia y caminó hacia el restaurante y leyó el nombre del restaurante, La Gran Sorpresa. Y Penny se preguntaba, can you hear that word? It's wondered. Se preguntaba, ¿por qué se llama La Gran Sorpresa? Y tenía interés en saberlo. Así que Penny entró en el restaurante y se sentó y la camarera le llegó y le dio el menú. Y Penny pidió algo. Dijo, vengo de lejos y estoy perdido. ¿Me da agua, por favor? Así que Penny pidió agua porque tenía sed, tenía hambre y sed. Y la camarera no le trajo agua, le trajo un jugo de limón. ¿Por qué? Porque Penny estaba muy sorprendido, porque Penny pensaba que, ¿por qué le trajo un jugo de limón cuando había perdido? Pero cuando le trajo el jugo de limón, le dijo, sorpresa, porque la camarera sabía que Penny había pedido agua, pero como el restaurante se llama La Gran Sorpresa, nunca te dan la comida que tú pediste. Todo es una sorpresa. Y también tú no estabas solo, tú estabas con Freddie, el oso polar. Y Freddie entró contigo, se sentó y pidió un menú, pero él quería un menú para osos polares. Y dijo a la cámara, ¿tienes un menú especial específicamente para osos polares? Afortunadamente tenía un menú para osos polares. Era increíble. Y la camarera le dio el menú y Freddie vio que tenían su bebida favorita, Oso Polar Mt. Es una bebida específicamente para osos polares. Pero Freddie pidió Oso Polar Mt. Pero no le trajo Oso Polar Mt. Le trajo Oso Polar Pepsi. Pobre Freddie. Freddie estaba muy frustrado con la situación porque quería su bebida favorita, pero no le trajo Oso Polar Mt. Le trajo Oso Polar Pepsi. Era una situación terrible. Albina, tú eres Freddie, el oso polar. Describe el cuento. ¿Qué pasó contigo y con tu amigo Penny?
Bueno, yo fue en un zoológico y
Yeah, there you're saying yo fue, he went.
yo fui, perdón. Yo fui en un zoológico y encontré
Sí,
a,
there you go.
a Penny y juntos fuimos por Iowa y
Yeah.
estábamos perdidos juntos en Iowa y teníamos hambre y sed. Y vimos a un restaurante que que se llamaba La Gran Sorpresa. Y juntos hemos entrado en el restaurante Y mi amigo pidió,
No,
no, pedí,
let me tell you about that. Amos in Spain, they use those interchangeably. Like you can say hemos entrado o entramos,
ah,
and
that's cool.
they're just really the same thing.
Okay,
Just since you're going to
that's great.
Spain,
That's
other
great.
places they wouldn't really say that. They'd say entramos.
Entramos.
But in Spain, you can say hemos entrado. It sounds
But
just fine.
well, I've been listening to a lot of Spanish Spain because that's where I want to go.
Oh, well, maybe that's where you said that then.
And then sometimes I listen to Mexican Spanish because I'm listening to some songs, and so that's kind of a little bit strange because I can sometimes confuse the two because I'm like, where am I?
They use
Okay.
that just what you said, that's how they'll talk in Spain. So that's good.
Okay. Muchas gracias, Lynn. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah.
Hemos entrado.
Hemos entrado en el restaurante y mi amigo Penny, él pidió, okay, pidió un vaso de agua, pero la camarera le trajo un vaso de jugo de limón. Y yo pedí un menú por Oso Polar y afortunadamente ella tenía un menú por Oso Polar. Y
solo uno, no dos.
No dos, solamente para mí. Y yo pedí mi bebida favorita, Oso Polar Mountain Dew, pero a mi gran sorpresa, la camarera me trajo un Oso Polar Pepsi. Yo fui muy decepcionado y no sabía, muy decepcionado. Pero, yo sabía que vamos a pagar la bebida y yo bebí mi Oso Polar Pepsi. Pero
¿Gustó?
no tanto.
No.
Pero porque yo quería mi Oso Polar Mountain Dew y yo pedí otra vez una Oso Polar Mountain Dew. Y la camarera me trajo Oso Polar Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Y yo fui muy decepcionado.
Sí.
Otra vez.
Pobrecito.
Sí.
Fue una experiencia muy mala.
Fue muy mala. No sé si voy a regresar.
Sí. Okay, Elodie, do you want to be the camarera? You're silenciada también.
Lo siento. Sí, soy la camarera y el miércoles pasado, dos personajes
Una persona y un animal.
sí, entraron en mi restaurante. Mi restaurante es un poco raro porque es un restaurante llamado
Yeah, good.
la Gran Sorpresa, porque cuando una persona te
Pide.
pide, sí,
You can say cuando he orders, cuando pide.
sí, te pide, ok, cuando una persona te pide una cosa, trajes una
Trajes,
otra.
right, I brought.
Oh, ese trajes, like you bring.
Oh, so that'd be trajiste.
Okay, but if I'm talking like a general idea.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
say trajes.
You could say una persona trae, but you're the waitress.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you say I brought or I bring, yo le traigo? Or...
Okay. Sí. So, traigo una cosa a otra. Así que el chico estaba Penny y pidió. Oh,
PD was right, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Pidió un vaso de agua y le traje
Good job.
una, me recuerdo, una
Un
Coca-Cola,
jugo de limón.
un jugo de limón, sí, y el oso polar traje, no, trajo una oso polar Mt y le
The
traje,
bear brought. He brought. How would you say I brought?
sí, no, estoy cansada, no, me pidió un oso polar Mt y le traje una Pepsi, oso polar Pepsi. Y después eso, Penny, dije, oh, quiero una oso polar Mountain Dew también y le traje una oso polar Pepsi, no me recuerdo. ¿Sí? Y los dos estaban muy frustrados conmigo. Pero es muy importante para mí porque quiero muchos dineros y esas bebidas estaban más caras.
Sí.
Así que les
Vas a cobrarles más ahora.
sí, les cobré más
Charge
dinero.
them. Yeah, that's right.
Les cobré más dineros.
Sí.
Mucha más.
Es una buena idea. Es bueno para ti porque si tú les cobras más, te van a dar más propina.
Sí.
Porque la propina es según la cantidad en la cuenta. Si la cuenta es mucha propina. Si la
Sí,
cuenta es poco, es
y
poca
es
propina.
30%
Porcentaje.
porcentaje en mi restaurante. So, es
Sí.
muy bien.
Es una situación muy buena para ti. Tú tienes un sistema bueno. El restaurante se llama La Gran Sorpresa. Si piden agua no cuesta nada, es gratis. Pero tú no le das agua, le traes jugo de limón o algo. Por ejemplo, un oso polar Mt es muy barato. Un oso polar Pepsi 3 veces más caro. Es un sistema muy bueno para ustedes. Muy bien, Elodie, excelente, muy bien. Catarina, choose your character.
Estaba muy difícil porque trajo es más fácil para mí de traje. So, es un ejercicio bueno.
How do you say you brought?
Trajiste. No, sí.
That's right.
Trajiste.
Trajiste. How do you say you brought us?
Nos trajiste.
That's a good job. You're very, very advanced to do that. Okay, Catarina, choose your character.
Ok, soy la camarera del restaurante en mi pueblo. El restaurante se llamó La Gran Sorpresa. Y a mí me gusta mucho ese restaurante. Yo trabajo, yo trabajo.
Yo trabajo.
Yo trabajo mucho en este restaurante. Y un día había un chico llamado Penny, que entraba en el restaurante con su amigo el oso polar Freddie. Tenemos una regla en el restaurante que no perros y gatos pueden entrar en el restaurante, pero osos polares pueden venir. Es una regla un poco interesante, ¿no? No perros, no gatos, pero
¿Pero
osos.
tienen un menú para un oso polar?
Ah, sí, sí, sí. Para osos polares, para tiburones, para jirafes, elefantes, pero
Oh,
no perros, sino no gatos.
sí. Ustedes están muy preparados para muchos animales, pero algunos animales están prohibidos.
Sí, es correcto, es correcto.
Sí.
Y entonces un día Penny entraba en el restaurante con su amigo Freddie y ellos se
Se
sentaban,
sentaron, AR.
sentaron a la mesa y Freddy me dijo, oh, camarera, por favor, un vaso de agua, por favor. Y yo, porque somos un restaurante con una gran sorpresa, yo le trajo, yo le
There you
traje
go, yeah.
un vaso de limón, de juego de limón. Y yo le dije, jaja, es la gran sorpresa. Pero Freddy no ríe. No ríe. Didn't laugh.
No
No.
rió.
No rió.
Oh,
No,
rie. You could say rie. He doesn't
no,
laugh.
no le
Or
gusta.
no rió as he didn't laugh.
Porque Freddy no tenía dinero. Eh, sí, es un
No
gran
tenía un
problema.
sentido de humor.
No, no humor y no dinero. Y entonces no estaba una buena día, pero
No.
Penny. Y Penny y Freddy tenerón, tenerón, tener-
Tenían.
tenían, tenían hambre y sed. Y el oso polar Freddy me dijo, hola camarera, tengo sed, un Mountain Dew para osos polares, por favor. Y es la misma cosa, es una gran sorpresa. Entonces yo traje un Pepsi Cola para osos polares. Y Freddy me dijo, no, es ridículo. Y yo dije un Mountain Dew. A mí no me gusta el Pepsi. Y, y entonces es todo que yo sé de esa historia.
Se lo nació. Muy bien. Okay, Kelsey, you're there. Do you want to talk?
Sí, yo estoy un momento. Ok, sí, estoy aquí. ¿A quién puedo ser? O puedo ser cualquier persona.
Puedes escoger.
Ok, sí puedo escoger. Obvio que yo soy el dueño del restaurante. Mi nombre es Roberto, es obvio. Am, y sí, yo tengo problemas en mi vida personalmente porque tengo ese restaurante, se llama La Gran Sorpresa. Es mi sueño personalmente tener un restaurante, pero sí, a muchas personas no les gusta cuando ah, pidieron, when they order,
Cuando piden.
piden, cuando
Pidieron
piden,
is ordered and piden is they
okay,
order.
sí, a muchas personas no les gusta cuando piden una comida y reciben otra comida y es una gran sorpresa para mí porque en mi opinión, es muy divertido pedir una comida y recibir una comida diferente.
Pero el restaurante se llama La Gran Sorpresa.
¿Sí? Yo lo sé y usted lo sabe, pero a muchas personas no lo saben. Es un poco ridículo, en mi opinión. Así que un día yo estaba en mi restaurante y un chico y un oso polar entraron y es bueno porque tengo una regla muy estricta. Los gatos y los perros son prohibidos porque yo tengo alergias muy malas y una de las camareras también tiene alergias muy malas a los perros
¿Tienen
y
un, tienen un menú para los perros y los gatos?
no, no tenemos un menú porque son prohibidos en el restaurante, es
No
obvio.
entiendo.
Sí. Pero los osos polares, no importa. Yo no tengo alergias a los osos polares, así que pueden entrar. No, no. ¿Están prohibidos o son prohibidos?
You can say either one, but probably a stun
Okay.
because it's either whether they're permanently barred or temporarily barred. Just
Right.
changes the meaning slightly.
Okay. Sí, los osos polares no están prohibidos. Así que un chico y un oso polar entraron en el restaurante y el chico pidió un agua y la camarera fue y yo hablé con ella y le dije, Susan, yo ah, acabo de is just, right? Acabo de,
Good job. Good job.
sí, I'm trying to say like I just did the budget. I don't know how,
Acabo de
hacer.
hacer, and budget is presupuesto.
Okay, so acabo de hacer el presupuesto y necesitamos más dinero y el agua es gratis. Y Susan me dijo, te entiendo. Y ella es una camarera excelente, así que les trajo, les
Try it.
trajo.
Les trajo or le trajo, either one.
Okay.
Whether it's to one of them or both.
Oh, sí. Ok, les trajo, no les trajo agua, les trajo una limonada y ¿qué era? Coca-Cola?
Pepsi,
Pepsi.
Oso Polar Pepsi.
Oso Polar Pepsi. Yo estaba muy contenta con Susan porque las dos bebidas que ella les trajo son muy caros. Y ahora el chico y el oso polar tendrán que pagar más dinero y es bueno porque necesitamos más dinero. Y es obvio que Susan es una camarera excelente. Le daría, how do you say a raise? Like, más dinero.
Le subiría el
Okay.
sueldo. I would raise them.
Sí,
Subir is raise.
sí, le subiría ¿qué era?
Sueldo
¿Sueldo?
is
¿Sueldo?
the wage or the money that you earn.
Okay. Sí, le subiría su sueldo, pero no tengo suficiente
Yeah, I
dinero.
told you that
Sí,
it's subiría.
subiría
Subi, subiría.
le subiría su
There
sueldo,
you
pero
got it. Yeah.
no tengo suficiente dinero, así que realmente no puedo hacer eso, pero ella todavía es una camarera excelente. Y a how do you say customers? ¿Cómo se dice?
Clients.
Clientes. Los clientes probablemente estarán muy contentos recibir una gran sorpresa. Así que yo estoy muy contento personalmente.
Es una situación muy interesante.
Sí.
Celebración, muy bien.
Gracias.
Okay, you guys, good job. Es toda la clase esta noche. We'll have a shortened class because we have fewer people here today. Boy, we missed Taylor and a lot of people. And Vivian, Vivian's in Mexico. She's
Sí.
in Morelia. Boy, that's long ways
Wow.
down south, Mexico. And where she was going, boy, she's on a. I thought she'd join us with her Wi-Fi, but they must not have had Wi-Fi on her bus, or it wasn't strong enough or something.
Yeah.
So anyway,
¿Dónde está Rebecca?
oh, I don't know. Yeah,
She went to Japan for a while, but she came back, I think, last week. We saw her.
Oh,
Well, we saw her last week, so I don't know what happened this week.
okay.
Oh, what about that way earlier time? Are you who? Let's see. All you guys, who's on the West Coast? I know Vivian's on the West Coast.
Yeah, I could join at 3. Like if you start at 2:45, I could join at 3 when my class is done.
It would be, what time would it be Mountain Time, Blaine?
It would be 3:45 Mountain Time.
It would be like 4:45 for me then.
Yeah,
'cause
4:45 your time. Catarina, aren't you? You're New Jersey, so 3:45 would that be 5:45?
I could do 4:45. We could try it and see
What?
how.
And Elodie, you're east too, aren't you?
No, I'm near Vancouver, but I could come like 15 minutes later just because I finish work at that
Oh
time.
yeah,
That's fine. I'll join.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's try it that way next week.
Okay.
I'll put it on Voxer and say we're going to try an early class and yeah, Vivian, I think she's retired now.
Oh,
So
nice.
before she couldn't
That's
because of
why
work.
she's traveling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she was in Cihuatanejo not too long ago, and now she's back in. Ha vuelto a Mexico.
Good for her. That's awesome.
Anyway, we have Kelsey's cousin is in Nicaragua on a
Wow.
2-year mission. So we've enjoyed hearing his experiences. He's been there a month or so. It's pretty interesting to.
That's
hear it.
amazing. You must know some people now and kind of settle in.
Yeah, he's been there about a month, so he's kind of getting used to it now. Kelsey got advanced mid on her listening Spanish, which is so advanced. It's just amazing she could do that.
I'm not surprised.
I know, she's amazing.
Will Kelsey go? Will Kelsey go on a
I'm
mission
surprised.
too? And Kelsey, will you go on a mission too and just get like native like speaking?
Probably not a mission, no, but I'm really hoping to do a study abroad when just through whatever school I end up going to, because
Right.
I love going to Mexico. It's a blast.
Yeah, your Spanish is amazing. I love
Alvina's going to do that.
Dang, I'm jealous.
I'm going to Spain.
That's awesome.
Where are you going?
Okay, Blaine, help me out. I'm still in Sarasota. Sarasota is Florida.
Zaragoza.
Zaragoza. If everything works out, then I'll be there. I'm gonna go to language school.
Nice. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I
That's
wanna
super cool.
improve a little bit more so that I can like teach Spanish to little kids because I love that age.
It'll be so fun too. It's gonna be so much fun.
I hope so. All my colleagues are like, how long?
Yeah,
I'm hoping to be there from September probably into February. I'll come back for December and the holidays and stuff like that.
Nice.
So it'll be like 5-6 months. In February, like new hiring starts for schools, so I'm hoping to get into that. I'm only offering myself like one year off work. So, because like you can't really take off that long if you're actually still in the working environment. There are going to be questions of like, oh, so you worked this long and then what happened to that year? Everybody's going to be curious, but I figure if I say this is my professional development, then it'll be okay. Like people will think, oh, she's really motivated. Like, oh, she's really motivated, and she actually went. And so maybe that'll be, because it's going to be easier in any case, in any way you look at it. It's in the United States, even now, it's going to be easier to get a job teaching Spanish than teaching French, and that's just the way it is.
That's happened to me, Lina. My spot was taken over by Spanish. I was teaching French to young kids, but now it's Spanish.
Yeah. Because I'm seeing.
Could you teach Spanish now, Katarina?
No,
Would you feel confident?
No. Mm-mm. They hired a girl from Honduras.
I see.
Yeah. They wanted native speakers.
You know, you could do it just fine if they'd hire you to do it.
They want native speakers, which I think is also cool. But I mean, Albina, you speak like a native, but
no, I don't. That's the thing. Like, I don't. I don't do either language like a native. I don't even do English like a native.
Tarina, you need to come to Canada. They need French.
I need a new life plan. I taught for 16 years. So now I'm taking actually my praxis too tomorrow morning. I did the OPI, whatever, but French is okay. You have to do praxis math. That's a little tricky. Although math I can do, but.
What did you do on your OPI French?
I got superior. I would have been very disappointed had I not. Let's see tomorrow. Hey, it's 2.5 hours of reading and writing and grammar. My French grammar buff.
So that's in French tomorrow then?
Tomorrow's praxis 2 French. 2.5 hours. Ay. But whatever, it's gonna be fine. I just don't know.
Have you done that, Elodie, the praxis?
No, I did some French tests when I moved to Canada. They need to check if I could teach French, but you know,
I needed my
native language.
I needed my diploma equivalence from 1978 because that's how old I am. Let me tell you.
Well, that's why they're making you. Because I'm like, why are they making you? If you've taught for 16 years, why are they making you?
Public school, you have to go through the. You have to go.
No, go teach private. What are you teaching public for?
Well, I mean, whatever. I'm keeping our options open. I'm so old, I'll probably never work again. But it was interesting getting my transcripts from Europe 1978 because you're too old to know. In Europe, they don't keep transcripts. It was on a wall where they would have your name and they would see your name and say, "Oh, okay, j'ai réussi." But so that was the whole process. But I'm trying, Albina. But you're right, private school is great.
Go into private school. You're gonna have less of a headache with discipline, and it'll be a lot calmer. And they're just gonna look for, can you do it? And less at, okay, what are your qualifications? If you've got 16 years of whatever, or 15 years of experience, they're going to be more like, oh, you've got the experience, you know what you're doing. So
Vaughn taught at the private school and he didn't have his credential, and then he got his credential while he was teaching at the private school.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm just trying for fun. I'll see. I'll let you know.
But keep your options open. Think about private schools as well.
Yeah, no, I was in a private school for 16 years. You're absolutely right. They'll hire anybody in private school. It's very interesting. People who never taught even. I mean, they're just like.
Yeah, but you know, at least they give you a chance, and then you have more of freedom to do what you want. Like, I had to write my curriculum. I came in, they were like, okay, here's your classroom. And I look at the bare walls and then I'm like, so what am I supposed to teach? Oh, whatever you want. So I had to write curriculum. And I was like, I've never done that before. So I was like, what do I do? And there was like basically nobody to say what I had to do. So I was like, okay, well, let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. So it was basically what I wanted to do. And that gives you a lot of freedom.
But East Coast, I don't know about Vancouver and Canada, of course, it's different maybe where you live, but East Coast America, it's going to be Spanish.
It is going to be Spanish.
Lower school is Spanish. Upper school, French. Middle school, high school, but lower school. But in New York, I'm actually in Manhattan right now as I'm talking to you. There are a lot of bilingual French schools, a lot of bilingual French schools. French. New York City, Upper West Side.
Because of
the
what?
work, I guess.
Work?
Maybe, you know, all the businesses here.
Would you like to teach in Manhattan?
Yeah, I think it would be fun to try, but we'll see. We'll see. I think I'm too old. I think that's my biggest handicap. I think there are a lot of young people coming out of Bank Street, Columbia. I mean, New York is filled with great schools. They just don't know TPRS, Blaine. Shocking. They're really, really behind when it comes to TPRS. They steal your stuff. They don't give you credit, which I stand up and I'm like, what? I think we have to give credit to the people who are ahead of us, but Manhattan is a little bit sluggish when it comes to being cutting edge. They're very textbook, unfortunately.
A lot of schools are still textbook.
I think West Side America is more progressive, more interesting, you know, San Francisco. It's more like, you know, I think they're a little bit classic here, but
Interesting.
yeah, I'll see. It's okay.
Well, that'd be a big commute every day from New Jersey to Manhattan, though, huh?
No, it's half an hour, 45 minutes. It's really close.
Oh,
I'm in the suburbs.
I've done that. We do these workshops in Newark, and
Yeah,
I would go Broad Street station to Penn Station. I've done that so many times.
I know. That's why I saw Carrie Gott 16 years ago. I did it with her first time.
Yeah.
I know it's been a great journey, Blaine. If I never teach again, I tell you, because I found TPRS, it created my whole career. I transformed the school where I worked with TPRS. I did.
Wow.
Really transformed that school.
Love it.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's the best way. See, because we're here. Most language classes, you know, after 10 weeks, nobody shows up anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so boring. You know,
Yeah.
Duolingo, I mean, seriously. Who
Oh
can
yeah.
do dreadful.
No,
Yeah,
you can
you
only
guys
do
are
so much.
stars.
So thank you so much. Merci.
All right.
Gracias.
Okay, we'll see you guys early time next week then. We'll try it.
Very early time.
The very early time.
I might not be able to come because I also do something else on Tuesdays. But anyway, I'll be watching it on video, okay, on YouTube if I'm not
Okay.
at the class. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All
Thank you
right.
so
We'll
much,
see ya.
Blaine.
Ciao.